Ciao, I'm Chiara from Filo e Segno and welcome back to my channel. Today, think green. In this tutorial, I will show you how to crochet this beautiful reusable makeup remover pad. It's a very easy project, great for beginners, but first, this is an eco-friendly project because they are washable and you will make them using leftover yarns, so this is a perfect project to keep our planet safe. So let's get started! For this project I use basic looks from Mondial 100% cotton in this beautiful color. You can find more information in the info box below, and a 4mm hook. First we do a magic ring. Then chain 1, do not count as a stitch. Then we do 6 single crochet in the ring. Pull the tail, then we do 1 slip stitch into the first single crochet to complete this first round. And now we are going to do 1 puff stitch in each of 6 single crochet of the previous row. The puff stitch is a series of loops worked together in 1 stitch. So first chain 1, then yarn over, then insert our hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, stitch a long loop, and work this sequence 5 times into the same stitch. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and continue to do this until we have 11 loops on your hook. So now we have 11 loops on our hook, so yarn over and pull through all 11 loops. Then chain 1 to close the puff stitch, and now we do another puff stitch in the next stitch. So yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull through, stitch 5 times. And now we have 11 loops. Yarn over and pull through all these 11 loops. And chain 1 to close the puff stitch. And repeat this in each of the last 4 stitches. And now we do 1 slip stitch into the first puff stitch. Now we have 6 puff stitch. So now we are going to increase, so we will do 2 puff stitch into each of these space. So we move into the next space with a slip stitch, then chain 1, yarn over, insert our hook 5 times until we will have 11 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through all 11 loops. Chain 1, then we do another puff stitch in the same stitch. Chain 1, then we move into the next space between the puff stitch, where we do another set of 2 puff stitch. And continue to do this until the end of this round. And now we do 1 slip stitch into the first puff stitch, and now we have 12 puff stitch. So now we are going to increase once again. We move directly into the next space with a slip stitch, where we do 1 puff stitch. So chain 1, then we do 1 puff stitch in this space. Chain 1, then we move directly into the next space where we do 2 puff stitch. And now we move into the next where we do 1 puff stitch. Then we move into the next where we do an increase, so we do 2 puff stitch and continue this sequence until the end of this row. And now we do 1 slip stitch into the first puff stitch to complete this round. Now we have 18 puff stitch, and if you want a small pad you don't have to increase anymore. The diameter of the smaller like this is 7 centimeters. Otherwise for the large pad we have to increase for another round. So we move into the next space with a slip stitch, chain 1, then we do 1 puff stitch. And now we move into the next space where we do 1 puff stitch again. And now we move into the next space where we do 2 puff stitch in the same space. So continue this sequence until the end of this round. So now we do a slip stitch into the first puff stitch to complete this round, and now we have 24 puff stitch. So all we have to do now is one round of a crab stitch to create a nice finish. So chain 1, and now we insert the hook back into the second last stitch where we do one single crochet. We do another single crochet into the next back stitch and continue to do this until the end of this last round. Now we turn the pad, then we do a slip stitch into the first single crochet. So now we cut the yarn and weave the tail in the pad using a tapestry needle. Okay, my makeup remover pads is now complete. I want to show you some other ideas. The diameter of this large pad is about 9 centimeters. As you can see, you can choose any color you want. Remember, the smaller is about 7 centimeters. So I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. These little eco-friendly pads are great scrub buster and they help save our planet too. We will clean up the heaviest makeup and leave your skin feeling smooth and exfoliated. It's also a very easy project, so great for beginners. So thank you for watching and I see you in the next video. Ciao and tanto love!